So, hi everyone. I'm back with a new Leet code question, and today we'll be solving remove all adjacent duplicates in a string. This is also a string manipulation problem, so let's get started. You're given a string S considering of lowercase English letters. A duplicate removal consists of choosing two adjacent and equal letters and removing them. We repetitively make duplicate removals on S until we no longer can. Return the final string after all such duplicate removals have been made and it can be proven that the answer is unique. So let's take an example to see what they're trying to say here. Essentially what we're trying to do is that given an input string s as seen in example 1 of a, b, b, a, c, a, we need to remove all duplicates. So initially we can see that in this case, let me just copy paste and show it on the browser so it's easier for everyone to understand. So if we have a string a, b, 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 a, c, a, initially what's going to happen is that we'll remove, uh, because a, b, b, b and b are duplicates, we can have, uh, we'll be removing b and b because they're duplicates within the string and they're adjacent to each other, and we'll now have a, c, a. But once we remove BB, we can now notice another pattern of A and A being adjacent and equal characters. So now we're left with C and A. So our output should include C of C and A. Let's look at example 2 and do the same thing. So given given in this case how the string will operate is A, Z, Z, Y, because X and X are adjacent and duplicates, and now we have Z and Z as adjacent and duplicates, so we're outputting A and Y. So that will be our output. Now, how do we solve this problem, and what is the simplest way to solve this problem? Now, the reason why, if we intuitively think about it, there is a simpler approach to this, and we can use a stack. So in stack, we're going to be doing first in, first out approach, and I'll explain how we'll be going about the problem when we're looking at the stack data structure in our case. So let's look at the first example, ABB ACA. And we have, let me write a pseudocode where I'm initializing an empty stack. When we have our first, we're iterating through the string. When we have our first stack A, we're going to append it into our stack. We're going to keep appending every character into the stack until we see a duplicate of that character, and then we pop out the last element from our stack. So in this case we have B, which has not been seen prior, so and our last element is A, so we do not need to pop it out. But now we can notice that our next character is B, hence we pop this element out of stack. Likewise, we now have our stack of A, and A is our last element in our stack. We pop that out of our stack. We have now C and then A, and we'll be joining our string using the string function, and we'll get that will be our output. So let's start writing the code for this. So we'll be iterating to the string, so for character in string, and we'll be initializing an empty stack. So if stack is not empty, so if stack is true, which is if stack is not empty, and we have our character as equivalent to the last we have our character as equivalent to the last output. When we're iterating through the string, if we have our character as equivalent to also the last seen output in our stack, so that can be looked at -1. We pop the last element out of the stack, which is stack by pop, stack.pop. Else we do stack char no sorry stack dot append character. Now let's try to print our stack right now and see what we get. Module is not iterable. My bad. I have not called the variable correctly. Let's run it. Okay, great. We have C of A now. And let's try returning the string, which is a simple join operation. So return, we can join substrings from our list using the dot join operator. So dot join stack. Perfect. And the solution is accepted. Let's submit it and see if we have met up all the test cases. And yes, we have successfully solved the question remove duplicates. In terms of runtime, because we're iterating throughout the string, it will be O to the n. And in terms of memory, it will be O to the d, which is because we're trying to remove the duplicates of our stack. And that was our problem. Leet code easy, remove duplicates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.